Alright, here I'm just going to make a quick podcast over one of the problems on the quiz, and it had to do with the electronic company who produces transistors, resistors, and computer chips, and so forth. And then it gives you a bunch of data, and then at the end it says solve this exercise by using A inverse B matrix, or the inverse of the coefficient matrix. So right away, this is not a min or a max problem or anything like that. Alright, but it will be equal signs over here. And then instead of solving the story by reduced row echelon form like we did on the first test, we're going to use that A inverse B method. All right, so let's read it through. It says each transistor requires 3 copper, 1 zinc, 2 units of glass, each resistor, and it gives you some data, and each computer chip. I'm going to skip all over that. And then it says how many of each product can be made with. And then they give me totals, so those are important. So I'm going to put 1145 over here. And it says units of, and then I'm going to come over here and put the label that goes with it. So it tells me this is my total of what? Copper. Then it says 645, all right, so I'm good on that. And it tells me the label is zinc, so I'm going to put zinc over there. And then it says 585, and I look and it says units of glass. So this is like on the first test where you had nouns and nouns. It's exactly like that. So you find your totals, you go back. All right, so then you know your other nouns, transistors, resistors, and computer chips, those go over here. All right, so then you just have to fill in the chart. So you read it, each transistor requires 3 and then 1 and 2. Resistors require 3, 2, and 1, and computer chips 2, 1, and 2. And again, I just get that from the reading. Okay, it just tells you right away. It says each transistor requires 3 units of copper, 1 of zinc, 2 of glass, and then you go through. All right, now, again, you do have your X's down this column, Y's down this column, and Z's down this column. And now in the first test, we would have solved this by just typing the whole matrix in, doing reduced row echelon form. But for this problem, they say use the A inverse B method. All right, so use the inverse of the coefficient matrix method. So this is your coefficient. This is what we call A. So again, just write down the numbers 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, now what we call the X matrix is just your variables, X, Y, Z, so we don't really care too much about that. We don't really write that in our calculator. And then your B is the answer matrix over here, the total matrix. All right, so coefficient matrix here always will be square, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4. And then this one is always going to be a vector. All right, so it can only be a column matrix. All right, so what you're going to do on your calculator is you're going to edit A. Okay, so just edit A. And again, it better be a square. This one's 3 by 3. And then you're going to edit B. Right, and this will always be a column vector. Okay, so this one's 3 by 1, it could be 4 by 1, whatever, as long as they match. And then on your calculator, you just go to matrix, hit A, and hit the inverse key, so you get A inverse times, go into matrix and hit B, and then all you have to do is hit enter. All right, and then once you do that, you're just going to get a matrice